ladies and gentlemen, Nick Gordon.
Oh my goodness. Hello, how you doing? Good. Great. Awesome. I wore a special t-shirt for this event tonight. You like it? Yeah, it's one of those ones that hides your belly and accentuates your muscles. Unfortunately, I'm wearing a belly that doesn't want to be hidden and muscles that can't be accentuated. So here we are. All right. Off to a good start. So my name is Nick Gordon. Thanks so much to you guys for coming out and watching this. My real name, my full name, is actually Nicholas Richard Gordon. That's the name that they gave me when I popped out of my mom's vagina. And the nurse is like, wow, that's a good name. That's a great name. That's an impressive name. That's a regal name for a teenage mom to come up with. She was 20 when I was born, but she had sex when she was a teenager, and I disapproved. Yeah, Nicholas Richard Gordon, guys. Nick Dick Gordon. Thank you so much for that. My mother, she wrote a note to me. She wrote a letter to me when I was born, and she wrote it and sealed it up in an envelope, and she wrote on the envelope, "To be opened upon my death." And that was like 45 years ago. She's still with us. She's not here tonight, but here on the earth with us. So that's good. That's great. And I don't have to read that letter yet. But since I was born, I actually went to college and I got an English degree. And I've learned that my mother did not finish college. So now I have this letter to open and read and edit upon her death. So, she taught me how to spell my name when I was a little kid, little guy. We'd have bologna sandwiches. And in the mustard, she would have me write my name, N-I-C-K, in the bologna on the sandwich. And that was a nice memory I have of her. Of course, childhood obesity didn't fit, so. My cousin called me Nicholas Pickles Ridiculous when I was little. She was just like 6 months older, so much smarter. It was pretty impressive, like Nicholas Pickles Ridiculous. And then we grew up, of course, and learned cousins don't stay friends unless they get married, so. Thank you for that, yeah. I got to middle school, people started calling me Gordo in middle school. And then Gordo, I was like, that's my first nickname, that's pretty cool, Gordo. And then I got to Spanish class and learned Gordo means fat. My lunch ladies were assholes, you guys. I'll have another taco boat if I want. Got to high school, people started calling me Flash Gordon. I was like, that's a cool nickname, thank you so much, Flash Gordon. Of course, it was after my first sexual experience, so... Thanks a lot, Rebecca. And I became an adult, and I had 2 kids. Any parents in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, some parents, all right. I have a 13-year-old boy.
Amen.
And a 16-year-old daughter. Yeah. I have them call me Papa, because my father's name is Dad, so... Thanks for laughing. These jokes are hard to write. No, I have them call me Papa because, I relate better to old people, Like, it's late, it's dark, like, we should be in bed, right? Yeah, this is crazy, I like soup. I like pudding, it tastes like retirement. I like my candy hard because my penis is soft. Don't worry, it's not going to touch you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for laughing at that. This is weird, isn't it? This is so strange. Here we are in a dark basement. My father is here. He left my mother at home because she doesn't like to laugh at things. So. But my dad did come. My dad came, so that's pretty cool. He's actually retiring this year, he's 45 years at the same job ever since I was born. That's people don't do that anymore, and I commend him for that. So I appreciate him doing that, putting food on the table for us. But it is time for him to retire, though, because he's getting bad at driving. So I am shocked that he got here. Yeah, no, he's just terrible. I don't like driving behind him. I don't like driving in front of him. I don't like my children riding with him. I don't want to ride with him. It's like, time to retire, old man. When he was in high school, he was quite the man. He was football, basketball, baseball. We grew up here in Maine. We're all Mainers, and he grew up in northern Maine playing those three sports. And in football, it's kind of weird. I remember him telling me a story about how they wouldn't let him drink water during football practice. It was like, that was the 70s. You got to be tough. You can't drink water. Like, you got to be football players. You guys are tough. You know, we're going to states, Class D, but you know. But they wouldn't let him. And then they also told him this one. I don't know if you guys know any of this, something about this. They said, you guys can't jerk off before the big game. Can you imagine telling a high school kid in this day and age, hey, guess what, John? You can't jerk off before the big. My God. That would be pretty rough. That's why I don't coach. Be like, listen, guys, gather around. You can't jerk off before the big game. No, I can't even say it here. We're in a goddamn comedy club. Like, what the hell? Like, that's crazy. I do wish my mother could have been here. She had knee surgery recently and she couldn't get downstairs. Although someone did come down the stairs who's in a wheelchair here, so I appreciate you being here. You can be my mother for the night. Thank you. My own mother couldn't just hobble down a little couple of stairs. You know, Jesus Christ, that's all right. It's okay because, like, I don't want to get hit with a wooden spoon. And that's what she kept threatening. You threaten your kids with a wooden spoon? You're like, I'm going to hit you with a wooden spoon. Because a switch, oh, jeez. Yeah. You're from Minnesota, is that right? Yeah, that's probably the reason why. No, my mother would always do wooden, but it was because I touched her sewing scissors. And then you can't touch the sewing scissors. I left the sewing scissors right here, and now they're not here. Did you touch the sewing scissors? Nick, Dick, Gordon, did you touch the sewing scissors? Memories, right? My parents did grow up in a little town way north of here, a few hours north of here, Lincoln, Maine. I don't know if anyone. Yep. Yeah, I know people know Lincoln. Yep. I grew up in Portland. They moved down there, and they grew up in a place, and I grew up in a place that's different. You know, we can agree on that, right? We're all Mainers probably here, and we can agree on those places are different. Like, here's the difference. Going to town in Lincoln means actually going to town to get groceries or, you know, hardware store trip or something like that, to pick up oil for the lawnmower. You know, that's going to town in Lincoln. In Portland, going to town is having sex. And that's where I grew up. So now, like, on Sundays, and they know both. I mean, I think they know both. They were in their 20s when I was born, but, like, I'm not sure which going to town they really do know and which one is embedded in their brain. So, like, when I say, hey, I'm coming over for dinner, and they're like, hold on, we got to go to town first. I'm like, will it be an hour or just 5 minutes? I'm not. Oh my goodness, guys. I did get some bad news recently. My parents called me and they said, hey, your grandmother's not doing so well. You know, it's getting on to be that time. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's so bad. It's like, I mean, she was such an integral part of my youth, you know, growing up. I love my grandma so much. And I thought she died 5 years ago, so.
Oh, jeez.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be weird. Ooh, I count oohs as a laugh, so that's all right. Yeah. I did get $500 when my grandmother died. I got $500 inheritance. Yeah, $500. That's pretty good money when you're a comedian. So take that money. But she had 5 grandchildren, and we each got $500. So that amounts to $2,500. Like, we were one sunset or awning away from getting nothing. You guys ever hear the song, Could Have Been the Whiskey? Yeah, ever hear that one? That was one of her things. She would sing that to me. That was one of my lullabies growing up. So I've been trying to do dry January for all year long. Dry January, guys. Anyone do dry January? Anyone try to be healthy come the new year? No. Everyone knows what it is, right? It comes after No Nut November and a very wet December. Trying to be healthier. I don't know. I'll talk about death a little bit, guys. I like death. I like to talk about death. I had to put my cat down. Aww. Yeah. She was tired of being held, so. No. So there's a cute joke for you. There's a cute little joke for you. I wish you guys were dead. No, just kidding. No, that's not nice. That's not nice. I thought about killing myself during the pandemic. I don't know if you guys. I also thought about baking my own bread, and I was like, I'm not doing either. So it would have been faster to kill myself, I think. Bake the bread. I don't know. I had a job one time where I was a security guard at a hospital. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed security guards at hospitals or not, but they don't carry any weapons. They don't have a baton. They don't have mace. They don't have a gun. They're just like speed bumps, you know? Just standing at the door. Welcome to the hospital. Come in. Molest whoever you want. I don't know. That was my job. One of the jobs of the security department was that they had to go up to the 5th floor and bring down the people who had died. Yeah, that was one of our jobs. We get the call on the radio, and they would say so and so is dead up on the 5th floor. You got to come down. You got to transport him down to the basement and put him into the morgue for the funeral home to come get. And it was very weird. Like the first time that happened, and the nurses prep the body. They zip it up in the bag. And thank you, nurses, so much for doing all that work and everything else you do. I really love to pander to nurses. No nurses here? Okay. So anyways, yes, all right, cool. So we did that, and I went up there, and I'm with this other guy, and it's like my first time really kind of being that close to a dead body in that state. And he's like, all right, you grab the head area, and I'll grab the feet area, and we'll just kind of swing her up onto the gurney. It's, an old lady, she's very light, not a big deal. And the nurses said prep, and put the hands up on their chest and zipped up the bag and all that stuff. And then I grabbed the head area, and as I went 1, 2, 3, her arm slipped off her body and brushed against the front of me. And I have never got a hard on so fast before in my life. You guys didn't expect that to go that way, did you? That's kind of a weird one. You guys, I'm having fun up here. Thank you so much. I love to tell you that. I love telling you that. I was on my way here and had to stop and pee because I had a coffee earlier today. You know how that is. And so I'm in the bathroom at the rest stop, and I'm peeing, and you know how guys do, they just kind of pee, and they're looking at the wall, and they're just peeing, and oh yeah, and I look up at the wall, and it said, for a good time, call, and it was my number. I was like, that's messed up, because no one's ever called. And frankly, I found that harder to swallow, you know? It's a blowjob joke?
Yeah.
I like doing comedy. I remember as a kid, though, having fun as a kid was so easy. Like, it was easy as a kid to have fun. Like, you could just throw a ball against a wall. Like, all day long, I'd just be throwing a ball against a wall until my arm hurt, you know? And, like, breaking shingles on my dad's garage. I was Roger Clemens, for Christ's sakes. Now, 45 years old, I sleep like this. My arm starts to hurt. Gonna have fun surgery soon, so it's just different. It's different. As a kid, I would ride my bike, and I'd be riding my bike, and I'd ride my bike, and I hit a curb, and I would jump the curb, and I'd be like, this is so much fun, jumping curbs all day long, riding my bike. And now, an adult, too many beers here, driving home tonight, hit a curb, fun night in jail. It's different. It's just different. As a kid, I played video games. Video game. As much as my mother would let me stare at that screen, saving princesses and whatnot. Oh, Nintendo, Sega, that was my jam. Now, what do we have? Staring at a screen, having fun? Zoom meetings. Just sitting there, staring at the screen, going, why are these two women naked and kissing? So
I want to go to his.
it's a lesbian porn jokes. They're fun. Thank you, guys. I had my brother growing up. My little brother growing up. He and I shared a bedroom growing up, and we did that for like 18 years, and it was nice. It was good to have someone in the same room as you. Trouble is now, like, I can't go to sleep unless someone else jerks off, so. Did you have a little brother growing up?
He was the little brother.
Oh, no! That's pretty funny. Anybody hockey fans in here?
Woo!
Yeah, some hockey fans. All right, cool, awesome. I love hockey. I played, I refereed. I actually did coach my sons for a little while, his team, and I like the refereeing part of it the best, because if you guys didn't know this or not, but referees have to learn how to say fuck off in like 7 different languages, so it's educational. But I got into this fight one time, and I was playing men's league hockey, and I got into a fight playing men's league hockey. It was my last time playing men's league hockey, because I was like, I can't. I'm a grown man. I can't be fighting. But, I went into the corner with a guy, and he butt-ended me in the chin, and I was like, oh, no, I can't have that. And then I grabbed his stick out of his hand, and I threw it down the ice. And he wasn't a very good skater, so I was like, that's gonna be the end of that, right? And then he started coming at me, and I slashed him like on the bicep, because there's not really any padding there, and I was like, that's definitely gonna be the end of that. This guy can't skate. And then he dropped his gloves. I got into a hockey fight as a grown man, and he dropped his gloves and came at me, and I was like, I don't really know how to do this, but I just grabbed the face mask, and I bird boxed him. I pulled his face mask down over his eyes, and he couldn't see anything, and then I hit him in the side of the head, and I knocked him down on the ground. And I got on top of him, and then he started hitting me, and then the referees, who I actually knew who they were, I was like, you guys let me get into this fight? Like, I'm a grown man, I have children, like, you can't have, like, what the hell? And then it was over. It was like, boom, like that. I don't know if you guys have been in a fight lately or not, but like that, it happens fast, like, and it was over, and I was like, wow, like, I don't even know who this guy was, so like, I looked him up after on Facebook, because that's what you do after a date, right? You gotta look something, see what they're. And it turns out he's in the army. Like, like I fought a guy he couldn't skate for shit. Like, it was like all, kind of ankles and knees and wobbly and whatnot. Not a very good skate. Great fighter though. Like he could have killed me. It's like, but that's the state of our armed forces right now. So, no, I'm just kidding. That's always a tough joke to tell. I feel like there could be somebody in here that could beat me up. There definitely is. I mean, look at me, like, right? Like, from the front, I look okay, right? Like, it's like, okay, you guys. But from the side, it's just, there's this. It's just this belly. I'm shaped like a lowercase s. Like, I'm cute, though, right? That's gonna be the name of the special that we're doing here. I'm cute, right? Okay, good. I don't know if I should tell you this or not, but I'm going to. Some people have tall days. Some people have short days. Some people do have fat days and skinny days. I've been having a tiny dick day for 45 years. Every day. It's there. It works. It's great, but it's very small and very like it kind of, he knows, kind of just goes inside itself a little bit. It's strange. It's weird. It's like, yeah, don't feel bad. I mean, when I need it, it's there. But like tonight, I was like, hey, buddy, we got a show tonight, all right? Can we be a little more comfortable? Is it And he's just like, I don't know, Nick. I'm pretty scared. There's gonna be some people there. You're gonna talk about me. And I'm like, it's what we do. Like we get out and we try to have a good time. And what if you could just, I don't don't know. It's just so much more warm and comfortable in here. This is not the set I want to do for you. I thought like it would be good though, because when I was in Little League and we had a coach who was like in his 40s, one time like he got down on a knee to explain a drill to us and he was wearing shorts. Yeah, and there was something hanging. And I was like, is that a penis? Like, what? Yeah. What is? I didn't want to ask him, but I was like, Coach, I don't think I can get in front of this ball. Like, what the? That's all right. That's all right. I heard though, like if you shave your balls and you know, right? If you do a little manscaping, they call it. If you do that, it'll make it look bigger, right? Like it's a thing. It's a thing. And I've heard it, so I tried it. I was like, I'm gonna shave my balls and whatnot, and yeah, it's not something I grew up doing, so it's like a kind of weird thing. And I was like, all right, how do we do this? I didn't Google it or anything. I just assumed like, you know, you probably want to have, you know, a nice hot lather, you know, like good hot water and soap and some Barbasol or whatever. A sharp razor, you know, a nice sharp razor. Obviously, like a good stance in the shower is critical. You know, can you see all right? Is it little short strokes? You know, little short, nice sharp razor strokes. Yeah, just you know, just enough so that there's no accidents. And I wear these glasses like all the time. Like I really need these glasses. And in the shower, when it's hot and wet, like the glasses start to slide off my face. So, and then like you gotta see over so like you're bending to see over your belly a little bit, you know, and it's tough, it's hard. It's very soft actually, but, is this okay? I have to wear like that Kurt Rambis basketball strap on my glasses to keep them on. Oh my God, you guys. What is this guy talking about up here anyways? He's something else. I did get a haircut today. Anybody else? I went and got a haircut, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to look good for you guys, so I got a haircut, yeah. Yeah, I actually had, a few years ago, I had really long hair. Like really long, like lot of hair. Like it was a time period where we could grow our hair out long and no one would notice. And you know, so I did it. I said, I'm gonna grow my hair long, I'm gonna grow my beard long, I'm gonna do it. I finally have that opportunity and I'm gonna take it because I have a real job. And I can't do that in my real job. And then my real job called and said, hey, we're coming back to the office now. And I went back in the office without getting a haircut. Yeah, without trimming my beard. And I got there and they're like, oh my God, Nick, we have never seen your hair so long or your beard so bushy before. And I was like, are you guys insinuating that I got to get a haircut? And they're like, no. Legally, we cannot tell you to get a haircut. Please get a haircut. Yeah, they're like, can you get a hair? You're the face of this office here, and it's not a good one right now. So I called my barber. I said, I realize I haven't been here in a couple of years now. Christy is her name, and I called her and I said, hey, I'm gonna come in for a haircut. Is that all right? I think she was mad at me. She's like, yeah, whatever. Like, just come on in. Like, blah, blah, blah. Where have you been? And so I went in there, and she's like, oh, actually, it doesn't look that bad. Like, there's something in here I can work with. And I thought, all right, here we go. Like, that's all right. She's like, and you know what? In the end, you're gonna look like Bradley Cooper from A Star Is Born. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna be taller and thinner and more muscular and talented. Like, that's pretty cool. And I said, well, wait a second. In the end, doesn't he kill himself? She goes, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Too much suicide jokes. I am 45 and I do have to wear these glasses all the time. I see some other glasses wearers in the house tonight. I have to wear these all the time. My eyesight is so bad, you guys, that if someone says, hey, turn a blind eye, I can go either way. I have to have these glasses. I use these glasses to find these glasses. In fact, that's how bad I need them. And then I use them to pee sitting down at night. Like, it's like, I need these glasses, you guys. I was in a pool one time with these glasses on, and it was a deep pool, and I was on a work trip in Kansas City of all places. Yeah, it was kind of a strange thing. And I was out back, and I was in the pool. It was outdoors. It was nice out, and I was the only one there. And it was a deep pool. It was like 10 feet deep. And I dropped my glasses at the deep end of the pool, and they went all the way down to the bottom of the pool. Glasses don't float, you guys. And I'm alone in Kansas City in this pool out behind this hotel, and I'm like, I gotta go down and get my glasses. And I was like, all right, here we go. And I went down just a couple of feet, and I was like, I came back, I was like, I don't have the stamina to get these glasses. I need these glasses though. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do without these glasses. And so it's like, this is how people drown to death. Like, this is gonna be on the news. This is how it happens. And I finally did get the glasses. I was so happy to get the glasses. But man, I'm never going back to Kansas City again, guys. That is a hell of a memory to have. Think of 5 famous blind people, though, you guys. Name them. Ray Charles. Stevie Wonder. Helen Keller. For the purpose of this joke, let's stop right there. That's only 3 people. I know this set isn't going great, but that's this room at the top of the list. I mean, that's only 2 piano players and a woman. I do know of another blind person that's pretty famous. His name is Eric, and he turned blind. He got blind. He went blind, whatever the terminology is. When he was in high school, he went blind. He was a high school kid, and then he went blind and started to become an extreme athlete at that point. Like, he's like, you know what? I know I'm blind now, but I'm going to do all the things that I always wanted to do. I'm going to be an extreme athlete now. And so he picked up this hobby called tripping up a hill, you guys. These are my jokes. I laugh at them. No, he started doing, and then he hiked Mount Everest, you guys. He hiked Mount Everest. Yeah, a blind person hiked Mount Everest. And I was like, that's amazing. Way to go, Eric. But I'm mad at your friends. I'm mad at your friends because there is still snow on top of Mount Washington right now, you guys. And they could have taken the long way to North Conway. Tuckerman Ravine is a tough hike. If you've never done it before, it's a tough hike. They could have hiked them up. They could have gone halfway. You know, just turned on one of those really big fans, started throwing some snowballs at him, and be like, you made it, Eric. Oh, way to go. Sorry, the camera batteries died. We didn't get a picture, but believe us, you're here. Feel that wind, Eric? Feel it? Use your other senses, Eric. Yeah, you can smell the McDonald's from there, but so what? All right, you guys. This is good. This is good. I'm sorry. I apologize for looking down. I'm going to tell you guys. I've been doing comedy for 10 years now, and normally I don't do an hour. Some of my jokes are really good. Some of my jokes are not that good. Their jokes are hard to write. I tell you that. It's self-deprecating humor, and it's actually more like self-depreciating humor because as soon as I tell it, you guys are like, it wasn't that good. I was thinking of it like golf. You ever golf and you keep hitting a slice and you're just like, come on, ball, like go this way, And that's when I tell my joke. I'm like, come on, punchline, hit over there, like, Jesus Christ. But I do appreciate you being here. Thank you. I am 45 years old. Anyone else? Yeah, 45 on the dot. All right, good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Anyone younger than 45? Woo, a few people. This is what you're gonna look like. This is what you're gonna be divorced from. So soak it in. I'm at that age now where I'm older than all the people on the SelectQuote commercials. You ever see those? You flipping through the channels and like a SelectQuote commercial comes on for insurance and like, oh my God, this is Jeremy. Jeremy is a father of 2, and look at him, he's outside playing with his children outside. Oh, Jeremy, and look at how good looking he is, Jeremy. Take your shirt off, Jeremy. We want to see how good looking you really are. This is for SelectQuote, Jeremy, and Jeremy's just out there playing with his. Jeremy doesn't drink, Jeremy doesn't smoke. Jeremy is such a nice guy. He's never cheated on his wife. Look at this beautiful home, Jeremy and his wife Marissa have built. Oh my God, Jeremy. He's only 36 years old, you guys. Jeremy. We're going to give Jeremy a $1 million life insurance policy for just a nickel. Good gracious, Jeremy, we love you so much. And then you flip another channel and you see my commercial and be like, well, this is Nick. Nick doesn't know where his 2 kids are right now. They're at home with their mother? I don't know. Nick rents an apartment somewhere else. And he talks about his tiny penis up on stage. Nick's pretty drunk, actually, is what happened. Nick's already had a bottle of wine and a whole pizza today. He takes 3 different kind of medications to keep him alive to 50. Like, Nick doesn't even know what grass smells like anymore. Nick's thinking about bumming some coke off someone after the show. Like, Nick's not doing so. We're not gonna give Nick life insurance, actually. You should just flip the channel. Thank you. Can you imagine if that was a commercial?
Can you imagine?
That'd be funny. Anyone make commercials in here? No? I got a chance almost to be in a commercial. They sent me an email, this casting agency sent me an email, and it was from New Balance running sneakers. Yeah, I swear to God. They're like, we've been doing some research, and we think you would be perfect for this role. My name is casting agent Kate, that's what her name was, and we want you to be in our next commercial for New Balance running shoes. And I was like, oh my God, wow, this is crazy. Are you sure you got the right number? And she's like, yeah, well, okay, there's the thing. We are looking for someone of New England descent, right? We want someone, a win New Englander, someone who embodies like a secondary character in Martin Scorsese's The Departed. And I was like, for a running commercial, Kate, are you sure? But I can wear a leather jacket and slick my hair back. I think I can do it. Yeah, I can do that. She's like, yeah, we're looking for someone ages 50 to 80. And I was like, really? You got that from my picture? Okay, thanks a lot, Kate. 50 to 80. Someone who looks like they were a former athlete. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, someone with a gruff exterior, you know? Someone who looks a little pained and like they grew up next to the Atlantic Ocean or something. I'm like, what the fuck? What picture did I put in there, Kate? Like, this is a little strange. This is a little strange. She says the total pay is $7,250. Like, Jesus Christ, all right, yeah, no, I'm perfect for that role, actually. Not a problem. Oh, can you do a Boston accent? Jesus Christ, Kate, for $7,000, of course I can't, kid. Like, it was more of a Maine accent, wasn't it? Damn it. Yeah. That really did happen, though. Thank you, guys. I am divorced, okay, you guys? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Yeah. You guys want to know the secret to marriage? You guys married yet? No, you're gonna get married? Maybe. First date! Oh, first date, all right. Give it up, first date. If this goes well, and you guys move on to somewhere else into the world and you're married or whatever, I want you to think about this. Marriage is very important, and I want you to take these words to heart and don't do it. No, there's a secret. There's a secret to being married for a long. You guys are married? I think probably some people in here. Yeah, there's some married people in here. All right. There's a secret to marriage. First off, like when your wife comes home and says, "What are you watching on TV?" You can't say dust. You know, like. Every time she makes you a meal, you guys, it is the greatest meal you've ever eaten in your life. You know? Yeah, it is, because you don't actually know what poison tastes like, so. You don't know what's in those Amazon packages, you know? Of course the chicken's not dry. And if she ever comes home and says, hey, we're going gluten-free now, your answer cannot be, that's all right, I'm fucking the neighbor for mac and cheese.
Oh my.
So yeah, we had to get divorced. And And we got divorced on Halloween, guys. We finalized our divorce on Halloween a few years ago. Yeah. Hadn't told the kids yet, though. Best day to get divorced when you haven't told the kids yet is Halloween, because then you can take them out trick-or-treating that night. One last chance to dress up like a family. Good to hear my ex-wife say, hey, check that candy for razors and poison and alimony. I pay my alimony, I pay my child support. I use PayPal. Because it's just nice to give it to a friend, so. Now, I walking around that night, listening to her talk and watching the kids trick or treat for one last time. And then at the end of the night, it was just me knocking on doors in the neighborhood. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Is this someplace I can sleep? Thanks for laughing at my pain, you guys. I do have a girlfriend now. She's very sexy, you guys. She's tall, she's sexy. She is 6 feet tall, and I am 5'8", 6". I'm 6 inches shorter than she is, you guys. Yeah. So she got me a sex toy for Christmas this year. Yeah, she got me a step stool. Loves it when I go up on her, so. Yeah. She says to me the other day, she's like, can you tap into your primal urges? I was like, primal urges? Like, what do you mean primal urges? Like drinking water? A healthy fear of heights? Like, I don't know. She's like, no, spank me and pull my hair. I said, at the same time, how am I gonna hold the camera? I did it, I tried it, I got into it, you know. Remember that volleyball from the movie Castaway?
Wilson.
Yeah. I said, babe, I don't really look like that kind of guy who has those kind of primal urges, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, like, it's not really a thing that I do. I said, I look more like an out-of-work Build-A-Bear. You know? I look more like every member of the band Bare Naked Ladies rolled into one. Like, I don't like that kind of primal urges guy. Anyone DTF tonight? Anyone down to figure out where I went wrong? I like sex. You guys like sex? Give it up for sex. Yeah, all right. I like sex, but I also like painting my kitchen. And I was like, the other day I was like painting, and I was like, you know what? I think these two things are very similar. Painting in your kitchen and having sex. You know, you do a lot of the same things. You say a lot of the same things, you know? I don't know, like in both you might have to tape some stuff up, right, ladies? I don't know what you do in there. If it's been a little while, you might have to dust some stuff off, right, guys? You know, lay down a fresh linen if you're nice. Say a lot of the same things too, you know? You're like, ooh, that's too much. That's not enough. Gonna have to get on your knees for that one. Catch that drip. Thank you. Having sex twice in one day, anyone? Yeah. Yeah, one person, two people. It's weird talking about sex in a tiny little room in front of you guys with my father here, but I'm doing it anyways. Yeah, sex twice in one day. It's a lot like the Battle of Lexington and Concord. You guys ever? Like the first one, you're ready to go. You got your soldiers all lined up, you know. You got your musket all loaded, you know. You're like, don't shoot till you see the whites of her eyes. And the second battle, I don't know which one it really was, but probably Concord, right? The second battle, you're just like, you know, you kind of spent. You're walking with a limp. You're just dragging your rifle behind you. You know, you got one of those bandanas wrapped around your head, a little blood coming down the side. You know, you're trying to reload real quick. You know. Kind of a jerk-off joke. I might have to take Viagra. I'm getting to that age where it's like you might have to take Viagra, but I read that Viagra causes melanoma. Viagra causes skin cancer. I think it's mostly the old people fucking outdoors in Florida. That's the problem, but they have the pink pill now. They got women's Viagra now. They do have that. Just like every other drug, there are side effects, you know, vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, all the things you want during sex. I'll tell you what, though, if your wetness lasts more than 4 hours, seek my attention. I did go to the gym recently, and I met with a trainer, and I was like, I don't really know, you know, I can do, like, let's start slow. How about head, shoulders, knees, and toes? And he's like, let's see it, Nick, let's do it. Let's do head, shoulders, and I was like, all right, here we go. So I was like, head, shoulders, knees, and oh. Oh, my knees. Oh, my knees, oh no. Belt buckle penis. And eyes and ears and mouth. Now I can't go to Hannaford anymore, so I don't know. You guys Mainers? Everybody Mainers in here? Yeah? Yeah? No Mainer? Where you from? Minnesota. New Hampshire's kind of Maine, but the little. Yeah. How big is your truck that you showed up in? Okay. I love New Hampshire. I like New Hampshire. I go there a couple times a year. Minnesota is actually where my ex-wife is from. Oh. Yeah, the Iron Range up there, and we flew into Duluth one time, and I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, this place is horrific. And I have to meet your parents? Great. Fucking kill me now. But Evelyn, Minnesota. Where are you guys from in Minnesota?
The Twin Cities.
Oh, like Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah.
Why do they call? I mean, are they really twins? I mean, are they identical or fraternal? Like, what is?
They're fraternal.
That's cool. I went to the Mall of America there. Yeah, that was a treat. That was something. I was like, this is not Maine. Like, all of Maine could fit in that mall. This is pretty crazy, but yeah, Minnesota, New Hampshire. The rest are Maine, though. Colorado. Oh, interesting. Are you high now, or is it? That's cool. We're 45 and from Colorado. You're making a life choice decision, right? This is it. You're coming here. You're moving to the coast. You like having water next to you?
Yeah, no, I moved here almost 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Do you live here in Lewiston, Auburn? Norway? Okay. Do you know about the Auburn Autobahn out there, Route 4, fucking Center Street? Will you guys fucking slow down on Center Street, for Christ's sakes? There are fucking potholes. I actually do live here in Auburn now. I moved here to Auburn. I had my own house. And I sold that house and moved here to Auburn to move in with my girlfriend. Yeah. I had my own house, you guys. I had my own house where, like, I could keep my things. Like, I was king of the castle there. I had a closet where I could put my clothes and my shoes in my closet. Now I have a closet that I share with the cats. Get out of the closet, Mulligan. I want to put my shoes in the closet. Shut up, Nick. Get a different closet. Get another house, Nick. Yeah, I have my own house. I have my own house where I could drink whiskey and smoke cigars. And now I have a house where I pretend to be vegan so I can have sex. I am divorced and I do have a girlfriend now, but I did travel recently, and I got on the plane, and while I was getting on the plane, I was in the airport, and I was standing there, and you know how they line you up sometimes with a pole, and you have to, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm lined up here, and I'm lined up next to kind of like this other woman who's very good looking, and there's no one in between us. And I was like, wow, what a great flight this would be if I could sit next to her and talk to her during this flight. And just as we're about to board, just as our group was about to be called, a guy comes up out of nowhere and gets in between us. And he turns to me and he goes, whew, I'm glad I made it. I just had to O.J. Simpson my way through the terminal. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I know the O.J. Simpson he's referring to. You know, he was a running back for the Buffalo Bills, and he actually did a commercial where he ran through a terminal at an airport, jumping over luggage for Hertz rental car. Remember that? Yeah. I know who that OJ was. But that pretty young lady ahead of him does not know that OJ Simpson. And she turns and looks, and the fear on her face, and she's like, there are 2 dead people back by the Cinnabon? Like... You guys all know who Kendrick Lamar is now, right? Yeah, you guys remember him from the Super Bowl. I was actually a fan of him before the Super Bowl, so like, you know, I'm an OG Kendrick Lamar sort of fan. And I remember one song of his, I don't remember which album it's on, but I can't remember the name of the song either. I'm not the biggest fan, but I just remember this one song of his, and the lyrics kind of went like this. I pray my dick was as big as the Eiffel Tower, so I could fuck the world for 72 hours. And I was like, wow, Mr. Lamar, that is poetic. That is. But did you do the math for fucking the world for 72 hours? Because the Eiffel Tower is only like 1,100 feet tall. And the world's vagina, the Marianas Trench, is like 38,000 feet deep. That's like 28 Eiffel Towers just to go balls in. That was a weird joke, wasn't it?
A lot of math.
A lot of math. I did the math. The math checks out. You should listen to Kendrick Lamar and know your math. I have a couple of kids. Anybody? Yeah. I have a 16-year-old daughter. She's a bitch.
It's her job.
It's her job? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it so much. No. I love her. I do love her. She's a great kid. I really do. But she is, pain in the ass. And she's 16 now, right? So it's like she's getting to that age where she doesn't think she has to listen to me or, say anything to me or acknowledge my existence. And I'll just get something simple. I'll be like, hey, sweetie, I love you. Have a great day at school. And, she'll be like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Whatever. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want you to understand that. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I said, listen here. If you don't say I love you back to me every time that I say I love you to you, I'm taking $1 out of your college fund. And in 2024, it happened 500 times. Yeah, that she didn't say. So now her account's at negative $500. Like, joke's on you. She has this thing where she, FaceTime. She'll FaceTime somebody, and she'll be like FaceTiming somebody, and she'll be like, oh yeah, Olivia, and like she won't check her FaceTime background. So like I'll be coming out of the bathroom in a towel, with hair everywhere, but shaved here, and I'm in a towel, and I'll be in the background, and Olivia's like, oh my God, what is that? Oh, it's a baby Sasquatch in your bathroom.
A baby.
You gotta check your FaceTime background. It's critical. The boy is 13. Yeah, he's 13 years old. You can smell it? Can you smell it? You get a whiff of it, right? You're like, this guy has got a 13. I showered twice today, and it's still like 13-year-old boy somewhere. It's like a skunk got hit out front of the house in July. And the AC's not working because we got a power outage, and like it's kind of wafting in through the windows. You're like, is that a skunk? I think that's a skunk. But then another skunk comes along and eats that skunk, and then gets hit a little further down the road. So now we got 2 dead skunks, wafting through the windows, and that's the 13-year-old boy scent. Like he put his arm up in the car to grab that handle one day. I was like, oh shit, that's how they got that smell, 13-year-old. The people that are having the hardest have the 13-year-old boy. I know. You guys know how bad it is. It's like, you have to shower. He's like, I don't want to shower. Voice scream. It's weird. He's a goalie. He's a goalie in lacrosse and hockey.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so he's got concussions all the time. Like, you guys ever see a lacrosse goalie? You ever see him out there? They got like swim trunks on and they're holding a fishing net and they're just running around like people are shooting at them. It's weird. It's weird. I don't think it's going well though, because like I picked up a magic 8-ball off his bedroom floor while we were cleaning the other day, and I turned it over and just said, "Oh look, not so good." I didn't even shake it. No, thank you for coming down here to Great Falls Comedy Club, you guys, and watching me. I love it down here. It's kind of like the set of every Edgar Allan Poe story. I can feel the heartbeat under the floor as we're doing this, you know. Like, hey, it's a nice place, but it is like coming apart, you know. You can see. If you're here in the summers, there's water on the floor sometimes, and it's just because it seeps in through the walls. We're in a basement in Maine, and that's just the end of it. This is how it works. Save yourselves, though. It makes me. I like it that like it's a nice. I mean, that's pretty solid, right? That's gonna hold. A few more minutes. No, it's a cool spot. It reminds me of like caveman times. Remember caveman times?
Remember?
Yeah. Well, they didn't have text messaging back then, so it was like they would draw paintings on the wall, and it was kind of funny. Like that's how they communicated. So they drew things on the wall. We don't have any of them here, but it's, you know, this is what it would be like. And like say for instance, like, you know, like you were out hunting and you want to tell your wife you're going out hunting, and you're like, you know, you draw some woolly mammoth, and then you draw you and some of your friends, just stick figures with spears, you know, hunting, and they're like, oh, he's gone out hunting, and then like she gets tired of it, and she's like, I'm not waiting around for this hunting trip to end. I'm gonna go to the lake with the girls. So she like draws a lake, and then her and the girls and the stick figure, but they got boobies, so you know it's girls. And they're like, we're going to the lake. We're going down to the lake. And then he comes home, and they're still at the lake. And he's like, I got this woolly mammoth for you. And we're down here trying to carve it up, and I'm trying to cook you a meal, but you're down at the lake. And then he has to go to bed, and he, you know, it's a long hunting trip. So he draws a penis, you know, like a hard. But then the next day she's still not home, and he has to leave for another hunting trip. So he's gone, you know, with a hunting trip and the penis, and she comes back and she's like, oh my God, Zog was as hard as a rock last night. Thank you guys so much.